So we are treating righteousness all through this month. And the reason why we are treating this is because this is a subject without which many of the things that God has planned for your life can actually not be established. The Lord can bless a man. The Lord can prosper a man. The Lord can anoint a man. Without walking, without being established and walking in righteousness, he's going to lose everything God ever gave him. It's only the righteous that falls down 7 times and rises up again. Calamity overthrows the wicked. That's what the Bible says. And so we need to understand this. That's the reason why you see people get things, they lose it. People get things, they lose it. People get things, they lose it. God give them this, they lose it. God give them that, they lose it. They couldn't keep being established in righteousness. They lost the Garden of Eden. It literally disappeared. A man who didn't need to pray. Because Job was a man who walked in righteousness, he lost everything, he got it back double. Because things cannot be lost in the hands of a righteous man. They can be tested, they will come back. That's the reason why it is when it's being tested that the Bible calls fall. Human beings think he has fallen. No. Just like Jesus. When he died, they thought they killed him. They didn't know he died. He couldn't have died except he said, into your hand I commit my spirit, Father. He said, this commandment have I received from my Father. By myself I lay down my own life. By myself I pick it up. He was raised back to life by the Spirit of holiness, which is the same thing. You're still talking about the same thing. It's activated righteousness that is called holiness. Activated righteousness is called holiness. When you want to start being righteous, it's what they call sanctification. Preparation for righteousness is sanctification. Activated righteousness is holiness. You're still talking about the same thing. The man says, in righteousness you'll be established, you'll be far from oppression, you'll be far from fear, you'll be far from terror. It's talking about you are guarded off Satan. Satan cannot touch righteousness. He's a man of sin. Satan is a man of sin. He can't touch righteousness. So many Christians don't know this. The grace of God can save you. But until you become servant of righteousness, like Paul said in Romans, until you become a servant, he said we have been saved, redeemed by the grace of God to become servant of righteousness. Until you become a servant of righteousness, what the grace gives you, devil will take it. Satan can take what grace gave you. Yes. Prove me wrong from Genesis to Revelation, we can sit down with the Bible. Old Testament, New Testament. Talk about New Testament from Jesus Christ. Judas lost it. He was an apostle. He was ordained an apostle. He was doing healing. He was one of the 12 sent out to go and do healing. They were casting out demons. They were raising the dead. They were cleansing lepers. Talk about Ananias and Sapphira. They were part of the early church. They died because of lies. They were given grace to become part of the early apostles. Talk about Demas. Paul said, Demas has forsaken me, I haven't loved this present world, and I departed unto Thessalonica. He was an apostle with Paul. Talk about the churches Jesus was talking to from the book of Revelation chapter 2 to chapter 3. He talked to 7 churches. He was talking to one of them, I'm about to take your candle from the candlestick and blow out your light, except you return to your first love. What grace gave you, Satan can take it away by unrighteousness. He told God, I cannot touch Job. This week we are supposed to be dealing with why righteousness. Why? That's the one I'm paraphrasing. Why? Pastor Mirella has done a very good job last week defining what righteousness is and how we can be, Ladies and gentlemen, there are so many troubles everywhere. The devil is troubling everywhere, looking for a way to hijack anything God has given to you. I'm telling you the truth. Many times, people think that the sea is playing with the sailors and the ship. The sea is with waves. It's coming. Hua, pushing the ship. Eta. He is looking for a way to capture it and swallow it and put it under. That's what he's looking for. It's the sailors and the ship that will not allow the sea to submerge them. It's so important to know that this whole earth is founded on the seas. It's not stable. Our boat is always being rocked by Satan, whether you know it or not. So that's why you see, I cry for people when you think, oh, I've gotten my certificate, I've gotten married, I've been healed of sickness, Jesus said, now you are healed of this sickness. Say, go and say no more, lest a worse sickness come upon you. Because Satan he said, because when a demon is cast out, that means the meaning of a demon cast out is that you had victory, you got married. You had victory, you got engaged. You had victory, you got out of the university. That's a demon conquered. They say those demons don't take it that is. They believe that you are their home. That is cheating. Somebody just came and sent it. That is not nice. As a result of that demon, the very organized, now goes to submit to 7 more powerful demons, not small demons. Say, I want to be your slaves, but we must take back my home. Some of you are not even hearing me. That's the reason why you see, after you finish getting married, other girls are now blinking to your eyes. The demon is saying he is not supposed to be married. That's why some of you will be so happy. You won a soul. It starts coming to the church. Every little thing in the church is being amplified to him or her for offense. Why are they speaking the way I don't understand? Why did they cut that part of the Bible? Why do they dance like that? Everything is being amplified. If you're not staying in deep prayers, you're going to lose that soul. He goes and submits to 7 higher demons, and they come checking on the place whether it's not occupied by righteousness. If it is not occupied, they now come with 7 powerful demons. The demon that was cast out before bows down to the rest, is the one giving them food, serving them food. 7 that can secure the place. That is why you need righteousness. He said, another translation for that first 14 say, thou shalt establish yourself in righteousness. I think it's amplified. You will establish it is God's work. It is God's work. We're going to be dealing with this in the last Sunday, because we have why righteousness. What did God do to make us righteous? What can we do to stay in righteousness? These are subtopics that will be dealt with. But today is why righteousness. It's one thing for God to make us his righteousness. It's another thing for us to be established within righteousness. He said, your children shall be taught of the Lord, great shall be their peace, and the result of righteousness is peace. So we need a lot of teachings to know what righteousness is, because everything given to us will be taken. I got born again, everything was fine, but the devil knew there was certain aspect of Christianity I didn't understand. He came in through that aspect, ferociously in debt with many of us. In debt with us. Some of my friends are on 3rd wives. Some of them don't even believe in some of the things we were teaching before. But these are the same people we got born again together. Fire, power on the street, everywhere. He will just explore one angle to enter. He just make a little sin. You know, a little living the whole of. He just make a little sin enter. That is the end. Just little is enough for him. Only in righteousness you are far from oppressors. You are far from terror. You are far from fear. Don't forget, the devil had 3 cardinal work to do: to steal, to kill, and to destroy. He has oppression. He oppress you to steal from you. Bring you fear. Fear brings death. The Bible talks about people who are under the fear of death. And terror. That's total destruction. Are you listening to what I'm saying now? He would do everything to be able. They were beckoning to Job from outside. Do this little thing, do this. No. God now said, you've been going to throw the heart. Have you not seen my servant Job? He said, I saw him. He said, we are not can penetrate him because there's an edge. What brought about the edge? Job was an upright man. If you're not deliberately walking in righteousness, you are in trouble. That's the reason why Paul got to a point and said, give no room to the devil. Because he's looking for room, he's looking for house. Right in front of your house. No accommodation. Job 1, verse 1. There was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright. The word uprightness there is the same thing as righteousness. The one that fear God and eschew evil. With righteousness, we are defended from all Satan's attack. That's where in this place he said, surely they will gather together and take counsel, but their gathering is not of me. Therefore, their counsel will not stand. He said, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. So the righteous also have weapons being formed against them on daily basis, but it cannot prosper. Michael Oroko said, when the wife was pregnant, that there is no kind of revelation people didn't bring. And these people were not joking. These were people who were obtaining things in the spirit realm. They were obtaining things from the spirit realm. They were real. Say, this woman is going to die. The child is going to die. There is no kind. He said he told them, leave it. I know what you are saying is true, but leave it. Because I know whom I'm serving. And I know I carry myself in his presence. He said, I did not pray one single prayer. But that's a man that is not opening any door anywhere.